Kalmadı. Zekilmişmiş. That picture with Uncle Bobby, people were saying that it was AI. Like, and it gets really aggressive towards him. And I already expressed what my issue is with a figure like Chris. That is not really his fault. He attracts the type of people that can become eventually sort of devout followers, you could say. And that is always dangerous because there's a long history of a UFO based religions and cults. And again, as I tell you, speaking to my friend Rocky, he was the one who reminded me all religions are technically UFO based or UFO religions. That is the reality. Like Islam, they worship a stone from a meteorite that fell from the sky. That comes from the stars. The birth of Jesus Christ. They talk about the Star of Bethlehem. That star followed Mary and Joseph for a while. I haven't seen any stars that follow people like that. But in modern times, those are UFOs. There's a lot of people reporting that. So yeah, they talked about that. Another aspect that I wanted to talk about with Chris is that prophecy thing, that Star of Regulus aligning with the Sphinx during Easter that the lady talked to him about. Done videos on the lady and the potential meaning of this and other instances of the lady that have existed through generations. We're talking about the Lady of Fatima, Virgen Guadalupe, Hathor, this lady that Chris Bledsoe allegedly spoke to. And allegedly, these interactions between Bledsoe and the lady have happened a few times already. And she was the one who told him that there was going to be a new knowledge that was going to come. And a lot of people misinterpret that as some apocalyptic kind of prediction. The problem is that what will happen with this prediction, with Chris Bledsoe's entire case, because there's a lot of people that do believe that something will happen during Easter. What will happen if nothing happens at all? I wonder. What will be said? That's my issue. And Chris recently fed into this uncertainty about this prediction by sharing first a video that I'm going to show you right now, and then a picture of this video that is enhanced. So this is the video Chris Bledsoe recently took. This is from 2 days ago, where Chris recorded an orb, the ones that he constantly records. I'm going to leave his profile in the description down below so you can see everything he posts. He uses different types of cameras, and this is one that he posted. So here it is. So this is a green orb looking thing. The thing is that he made like a zoom to this green orb that he recorded and uploaded to his social media. And Chris wrote the following. So I'm going to share it with you guys. Chris says, this is a still shot from a 13 gigabyte video taken in 4K on Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina.
And there's a number.
From Skywatch.
Andrew, listen to this.
This information appears in 4 frames. They are communicating in ways other than telepathic, and I aim to show it. Original, enlightened. What does it mean? So these are the pictures that Chris uploaded. There seems to be some sort of a number there. I can only make, I think, 2, 0 and 3. Some people are saying 5 and 0. There are many different, like, you can take your screenshots and you try to decipher it for yourself. I'm sure a lot of you already seen this. And this is a more enhanced version of it. That seems like a 5 and a 0. The thing is, there was a lot of
0350.
The last couple of days. There's a lot of people like doing even memes against Chris, calling him names and all that. And Chris, he didn't really care. He doesn't really care. So that's what happened. I just wanted to report to you guys on it and ask you what you think about this. But all of this that Chris is doing, and you can either agree or disagree. I am personally on the fence. I don't know. I do think that every interaction that I've had with him so far, it's been a few on the social media, have been nice. He's never been disrespectful to me in any way, and I don't think he ever would be. He doesn't seem like the type. But
he's our savior. Come on.
Told me a little bit, and I've told him this already. Is some of the statements that his son makes, Ryan Bledsoe. He has a podcast called Bledsoe Said So. There are some episodes that are really good. He speaks to experiencers a lot. He talks about books sometimes.
Yeah, it's not the same as the father, his son, okay?
That he keeps talking about, where he seems like he's dismissing experiencers who have suffered abductions and contact with these gray beings. And,
yes, he doesn't seem to be very good on the head.
His podcasts. Come on, Ryan, you're being so harsh. Believe the witness. Believe the experiencer. No, I don't give a shit. I don't know. I just don't find any genuine reason to accept that any of that.
Okay, his son has half the humility of his father, okay?
They put a baby inside of you like some, genetic hybrid program, and that was the only thing of the time. And we stood out. We were like a voice in the wilderness saying, hey, actually, it's spiritual. Maybe you guys are all wrong. Maybe you guys are the freaking crazy ones. We're not crazy. This is real. NASA's knocking on our freaking door. Whether it's a gray, whether it's a reptilian.
Yeah, they are special. They are the only ones because they're special.
Say that they experience. This is psychic phenomenon. This is mental phenomenon. These are not physical beings walking around in our world, right? The only beings that have the permission and the capacity to walk around in our world are the beings of light, the ones that the Bledsoes have been shouting at the rooftops about, the ones that we've been dealing with. Yeah. So I'm sure a lot of you are going to have a gut reaction to this, and I completely understand. I also understand some of the points that Ryan makes.
Look, brother, Ryan is young, okay?
And that has happened.
And fierce.
Always. That is real. But saying that, because remember,
takes time, okay?
I'm not from this world. I have inserted myself a little bit more in this world, but I am also aware of many other different cases in Latin America, in Europe, some of them in Africa, some of them in Australia, of people that have these other experiences that I'm not going to dismiss it outright. And I agree with him in the sense that, yeah, there seems to be a psychic phenomena aspect to whatever's going on. But I tend to think that there's multiple things happening, not just the spiritual thing that you call. And I think that just outright dismissing experiencers like that is not okay. I hope that you get to change your mind a little bit because you haven't experienced what a lot of these people have. Hopefully, you never have to, honestly. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say about Ryan. He's doing his own thing. He rarely ever stays quiet when it comes to speaking his mind, and I do applaud that from him. But statements like these are very concerning to me because I don't think it's okay
They
to
show
dismiss other things. Really
inexperience,
weird things happen to everybody
loss of
every day.
humility.
There's a wide variety of them that happen. You
That's why I
cannot
stopped
dismiss them just
watching
like that
his
because
sons.
you had bad experiences with
It's not
people from the
interesting.
intelligence community or from the military or from spooks that you call. So hopefully you can comment on this and maybe clarify what you meant. Because yeah, there's a lot of experiencers that are not happy
This is
when
a
you
really nice
say
channel we're
this.
watching
I
right
have to
now,
agree.
guys.
That was a little off-putting
It's called
to me.
Psychoativo.
And I'm sorry, Ryan. I hope I can get to talk to you at some point. Open up more about all of these things because,
Psychoativo, he's awesome,
as I
guys.
tell you, there's a lot of cautionary tales going on of how this has happened, how religions
This
have
guy here,
originated. There's plenty, man. There's Scientology. There's the Heaven's
he's
Gate
good,
movement.
guys.
There's
He's really good.
the Reagan movement. There's a lot of different things.
Oh,
And
look, Rael
when it
was
comes
over
to
there.
Castaneda, which I've studied quite a bit, when I started covering Jacobo Grigio,
Bunch of
I
hoaxers,
realized that
guys.
Jacobo also found this issue because he's a scientist. And because he's a scientist and I'm a journalist. And when he encountered somebody like Castaneda, he realized that this was a cult leader. It wasn't just an author of books that got really popular. This guy had a harem of women. He made practically a sex cult. Yes, his first three books are some of the best literature that exists to this day, but it all like went to shit after those three books for him. You can read his story anytime you want. It's online. So we need to look at these cautionary tales and just realize that if we don't really as a collective, I think, and try to not make decisions based on that ego aspect of humans and not make definitive statements like that,
This is
absolute
my friend
statements like
Pavon.
that about phenomena that's happening back in the 80s and
Pavel,
years
sorry.
before that.
Sorry,
There were
Pavel.
conferences happening of
I didn't
different
mean to
types
call
of
you a Pavon, okay?
ufologists. I'm not just talking about ufologists. I'm not just talking about people studying psi phenomena. There's a plethora of
This
things
is
that
my one of my
people
go-to
investigate
channels,
things
guys, about
almost methodically
UFO
all the time,
politics,
and they've
okay?
been investigating them for centuries now. And we can't dismiss other things that are not happening to you. So that's my rant for that. I'm sorry. And again, nothing against the Bledsoe family at all. I think that generally and overall, their message tends to be positive. And we were
Yes,
taught that. And
positive.
we're
I
kind of
think
positive
that as
thinkers.
well.
That's cool. But yeah, dismissing experiencers like that is not cool. I don't know what you guys think about this.
Yeah,
Please
do not
leave me your
dismiss, Ryan,
experiences.
okay?
What do you guys expect in
Experiences.
the full interview with
You're
Chris?
not the only
What do you
one
think
who's
about his
special, brother. Or your
image
father.
around Chris? What do you think it is? Do you think it's manipulated? Do you think it's real? What numbers do you see there? What do you think overall about Chris Bledsoe's prophecies? And
Listen to your
these
fathers,
experiences? Let
everybody,
me know in the
okay?
comments. And what do you think about
Unless he's
Ryan's
really
statements?
a crazy
About
case.
just dismissing other people's accounts of things. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comments. I'll be reading everything. If you like the content you see, I'm going to ask you to like, share, hype, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. That's all you need to do in order to help us, and it is what helps us the most. So thank you. But if you want to support us in other ways, there's a few links down there you can choose from. You can also become a member on YouTube. You can become a member on Patreon. We have 5 tiers on Patreon with a piece of merch each. That after 3 months, you can get one sent directly to your house. That's the system Patreon uses, and that's the one I'm using to give you guys some merch. To get you guys some merch. You can also support us through KGOA if you want. Anything you choose to do is always appreciated, so thank you. That's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, stay curious and inquisitive like Chris Bledsoe. Always.
Look at
and
this
curious.
number, guys.
Anything you choose to do is always appreciated. So, thank you. That's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you
You
guys
see,
in the next
look,
one.
that's the orb, guys.
Stay curious and inquisitive like
Pavel, my brother, guys. Please check him out. Okay, so this morning what we're gonna do is I may do the UFO later, but we're gonna do my UFO cases, okay?
Dia 20 de janeiro, a história mais marcante de Varginha completa 30 anos. Rodeada de mistérios, a suposta aparição do ET atrai curiosos de todo mundo até a cidade. Com diversos relatos, o caso ainda divide opiniões. Será que o ET de Varginha existiu?
Andar por Varginha é lembrar do caso mais emblemático da ufologia nacional. São monumentos, pinturas, até uma nave espacial em pleno centro da cidade. Se hoje o tema é discutido mais abertamente, nem sempre foi assim. A percepção sobre o caso mudou nos últimos anos. Em 2006, 10 anos após a aparição do ET de Varginha, uma pesquisa mostrou o que os moradores achavam da história.
Sorry,
Na
guys.
época, 54,9% dos entrevistados não acreditavam no caso, enquanto 45,1% acreditavam. Outro ponto abordado à época foi sobre como o caso refletia na imagem da cidade. 68,5% disseram que de maneira positiva, 25,6% enxergaram o caso de maneira negativa e 5,9% disseram que não alterava em nada. Quando questionados se a cidade de Varginha deveria ser associada ao aparecimento do ET, a aprovação
Roger,
foi
what's
confirmada
up?
por
Good morning, my brother.
63,4% dos entrevistados.
Was that you lurking earlier?
2,6% discordavam dessa associação.
Good to see you, my brother.
Mas e hoje, 30 anos depois, como os moradores de Varginha
Okay, we're
pensam?
watching all of my
Esse ET é
videos
médico
of
e já atuava na
research
época da
of
suposta
UFO
aparição
that
da
I
criatura.
do
A filha
daily,
dela,
okay?
Dani, tinha 1 ano. As duas
This one is
relembram de situações
a Brazilian
contadas
one.
sobre o episódio.
Na época, a cidade ficou um pouco assustada. Uns acharam que era mentira, que era uma história inventada. Outros já estavam com medo. Eu morava num prédio meio alto e minha filha era novinha, ela tinha 1 aninho. E eu ficava com medo das janelas abertas. Então, mas muita gente acreditou, muita gente falou. A cidade inteira falou sobre isso.
Aqui é conhecido como a cidade do ET. Então, e fora daqui também, muitas pessoas falam sobre, né, essa história do ET. Inclusive, eu já morei fora do Brasil e a cidade de Varginha é muito conhecida fora daqui. Lá nos Estados Unidos, eu morava em Boston. Quando eu falava que eu era de Varginha, muita gente sabia. Falava, a cidade do ET. Então, assim, nós somos muito conhecidos aqui por essa história.
Para elas, a história é real e o assunto poderia ser mais explorado na cidade.
Para a cidade, todo esse burburinho
Bless
em
my
volta do
brother.
ET é positivo.
Hope
E
you're
agora,
having a
falando
good
do
morning.
ponto de vista científico, né? Acho que aqui é um bom território a ser explorado. Acho que sim, eu acredito muito no ET.
Let's look for something
Acho
else.
importante a gente investigar, até para saber, né, como que funciona em outros lugares daqui de fora do planeta Terra. E acho positivo.
O Henrique tinha 10 anos na época e relembra do caso, mas ainda com muitas dúvidas.
Eu me recordo de colegas, né, amigos, a gente tinha medo às vezes de sair os horários mais à noite, né, até porque 10 anos...
Oh, look who's live right now. We're gonna visit our sister Shaz, okay? Because she's live. She's gonna be live. And Shaz is a beautiful sister. Look at her. John P. loves you, my sister. Roger, do you know my sister Shaz? Okay, if you don't.
I've just got a little bit
Oh,
higher
here
up.
we go.
But the ground's solid. It's been frozen. It was minus 12 on my patio yesterday. So it's possibly not one of my better ideas coming out because it's going to be slippery.
Yes, be careful, please, of the slippery slope, okay, my
I saw
sister?
yesterday.
Adrian, love you, brother.
That was Sunday.
Okay, so I'm showing you a little bit of Chaz's channel.
I'm going to go for his channel. And the screen ringneck parrots at Newcastle.
I don't understand, why is it
So
not
they're
showing
that far from
better?
where I am.
Okay, maybe it's because
Not
of
sure
this,
how I
okay.
feel having those on the feeders. Mrs. Gigi, how are you doing? Buddy, is that you coming with me? No.
Roger,
Mrs. Gigi.
Shaz is a friend from England. She's amazing.
It's got to be. Well, I'm walking the
She
way that I
does
hate 'cause it's
walks
a pain in
on
the
the
ass.
fields. She's got dogs. There's a beautiful birdies who go and feed on her hand. It's beautiful. Check her out. Let her know you come from me, my brother. You will enjoy her. Mari, quer alguma coisa?
Quero uma sapatada.
Hã?
Uma sapatada. Sem casca.
If I'm back, let us know. Ew. Ew, chat and chat. My brother is up near Inverness. And my sister-in-law and my little niece, they both have just had the type A flu. They've been really poorly. The little one, she ended up in hospital a few times with it. I had it about a month. Sister-in-law, she kind of stopped coughing, and it's almost a month since it started. She's there's blood vessels in her right. Logman, how you doing? Blood vessels in her eye. She's gone from coughing up green, horrible stuff, to milking now. She's just coughing up blood. So
Oh
she's
my
at the doctor's
gosh.
again today.
Oh, my sister,
No sound.
blessings.
Hang on.
Sharon, good morning. Mwah. Okay, this is my sister Shaz, okay? She's got a beautiful channel. Chaz
Thank you.
2373.
So, Logman,
Please check her out.
You made that
We're
pie,
gonna
though,
continue
didn't you?
and see if I have
Don't
more
tell me
UFO
I'm
stuff over
not-
here. So I can show you. Okay, so we got a new video from my brother Quark Zone.
Excited, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually.
He loves the Las Vegas
So there's
case,
two
guys.
people or two subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us. Big eyes. They have big eyes. Like I can't explain it. And they come out. They're big eyes and they're not human. They're 100% they're not human.
When I hear this kid's voice, it makes me laugh, guys.
Well, would the world go completely mad? Would it go insane? Would everybody panic if the government finally tells the truth about what's going on here with this non-human intelligent presence on this planet? Would everybody just completely lose their you-know-what? Would they? I don't think so. I mean, I think there, of course, I've talked about this before. There would be some people who would, definitely go off the rails, right?
But I think it'll all be temporary. I think most people won't even care, right? It won't phase them at all. It's not going to change anything. A lot of people already believe in a lot of weird stuff. If you ever listen to just regular old people, there's people who don't believe in UFOs and aliens, but they believe in a lot of other weird stuff, right? So what would this matter, really? But and this is why I want to talk about this. There's multiple reasons I want to bring this up because there's an opportunity right now to end this whole debate. There's been an opportunity for the past couple of years, right? And nobody's acting on it really. I mean, I'm acting on it. I've been acting on it, as everyone who's been following my podcast knows. But nobody else is acting on it. I just don't believe, right, that people would go insane or and panic. There would be no. I don't think it would be like that whatsoever. I mean, there's just so many problems that people have in this world right now that I think if you make an announcement see, here's the thing. There's a difference between someone sitting here doing a podcast and talking about evidence and showing the proof of the reality that there's something here. There's a difference between that and somebody who's an official with the government somewhere coming out and making this kind of announcement. See, people are stupid, right? They think that all their government, whatever the government tells them, has to be the truth, right? Well, obviously we know governments are constantly lying. People in the government are constantly lying about so many different things all the time on a regular basis, all over the place for the most part. Now here in the United States, there's no question about it. We're constantly bombarded with lies. A lot of us could see right through it, right? But when it comes to this, it seems that there's still this effort to keep this reality from the public, so that nobody knows what the reality is. I mean, it's all like an open question yet about whether or not there's some sort of a non-human intelligence with us. There is most certainly something here. There's no question about it, right? There's so many people that have had experiences themselves, including myself, and we have evidence now that shows this for a fact. And so here's what I think. I think that people would be okay with this for the most part, but at the same time, right, there are forces that are still trying to keep it out of the public view. In particular, the case that I've been talking about for a long time now, the Las Vegas alien incident. Now, I want to show you something. Now, just a few days ago, a couple days ago, actually, Matt Ford from the Good Trouble Show with Matt Ford, he posted this. This was on January 1st. He wrote, Metabunk is a third-rate echo chamber driven by a team of debunking cult followers who cosplay as scientists and experts, all, quote, just for fun, end quote. Metabunk is a website that's operated by the biggest debunker of our age, Mick West. And that's what he's talking about here. And he goes on to say this. He says, right now, CBS 48 Hours is trying to find credible people willing to debate Mick West on UFOs. The top names they've approached think the idea is laughable and have passed. 48 Hours will make fools of themselves with this. Mick West is not a scientist. In my opinion, he's either the poster child for the Dunning-Kruger effect or a paid shill tasked with debunking UAP. Yeah, I don't know who he is or what it is. I'm not going to, it could be any one of these things. He could be a paid shill. I don't really know, right? But I've heard, actually since then, right, Gary Nolan appeared on Matt Ford's show, and he was talking about this. He was invited, apparently, and he's turning it down. And he put up a list of demands. Dr. Gary Nolan with Stanford University, of course, as we all know, he's someone who's interested in this topic. And he's not going to debate Mick West because he thinks Mick West is a fool. Here's what I think. I think if Gary Nolan debated Mick West on 48 Hours, it would be very, very interesting. However, in the end, and the final analysis, there would be nothing would come of it, right? It would just be a debate, and nobody would win, really. I mean, maybe some people might presume that this person did a better job than this person, right? But in the end, right, it will mean absolutely nothing, right? But I actually posted on this one because I actually wrote on this, and of course I don't have a large following like a lot of these people, but I did it anyway. I wrote, too bad they don't contact me to debate him about the Vegas alien incident. It would be an unfair debate, however, because I would mop the floor with him, and on top
Chair
of it,
Bear,
the world would suddenly realize we're not alone. Can't have that. Right, that's the truth. We can't have that right now for whatever reason. There's as I've been talking about for a while now, and as a lot of people call the show, this story is being covered up. And so when I saw that, I think it was on January 1st. I actually reached out to 48 Hours myself. I decided, you know what, it's time to. I'm going to try to. Why not? What does it hurt? I don't think they're going to contact me, but at least I could say I did it, right? Just like I sent out message to the Department of Defense in 2024, right, and to the Department of Energy, laying out
Good
this
morning, my
case.
friends.
I never got a response. Just like last year, I reached out to the UAP caucus in the House. They didn't respond because, see, a lot of people know behind the scenes. They know that this is real. They know that the Vegas case is real. They know that there's something here. And I think this is one of the problems, right? That before I go on with this, what I'm with this 48 hours.
I'm still a bit
right?
sleepy,
I just want
guys.
to point this out. I believe, right, that a lot of these people in Congress, some of these people in the UAP caucus, for instance, they know certain things.
It's sunny
I do
here,
believe this,
but
and
very
they
cold.
cannot talk about it for whatever reason. Something's preventing them.
Very cold, guys.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and try to understand what it is, but there are people behind the scenes that are making sure that people don't cross a certain line. Tim Burchett can only say so much, right? I believe.
Oh, my
There's
sister
certain lines
Princess
he
is
will not
live.
cross because he fears he could be in trouble. That's just my belief. It doesn't make me right, but that's what I think. Right? But here's the thing. The evidence is already out there in the public domain. Right? It's already there. I mean, if anybody was to sit down and absorb that information I've been talking about, they would know. I mean, if there's some people who won't know, I see that all the time. I just was looking at some comments from one of my older shows about this case, the 2-year anniversary episode from last year, and I guess that would have been in May of last year when I did that episode. And I saw some just recent comments. So a lot of people are like, wow, right? But there's always a couple of people that are like, oh, this can't be this. It's just lights or something and shadows. You know, you still get that, right, from people. And that's fine. I think people let them believe what they want. But for the rest of us, the ones who have a couple of more than 2 brain cells to rub together in our heads, and the ones who have no issue with this, and it's not going to destroy us once we know, right? Once we hear from the government. We could deal with this. I think most people could walk and chew gum at the same time here, right? And I think that's what would happen. I don't think there would be a mass panic, but I do believe there are some people behind the scenes who think there might be. Just like in the ridiculous, you probably saw that thumbnail before you clicked on this, wondering if there would be mass panic, right? If the world would go insane, human beings would go insane all over the place. I think that some people actually have that in their heads. But here's what I think. I don't think the government knows, any government knows for sure what these beings are, where they come from. That's one of their problems. That's one of the reasons why I think they're holding back. I mean, we've done shows recently talking about the ultra-terrestrial hypothesis, which is something where there's some sort of a invisible force right here with us, some unseen consciousness that could operate or exist in a lower density and a higher frequency than what we have, right? Than how we exist. And sometimes they're able to just somehow come into our realm somehow and create whatever they want to make it. They make the aliens themselves. They make everything. I don't know if I buy that one. I don't think I do. I know some people really like that hypothesis. It's one that has been proposed by people like the late John Keel, Jacques Vallée, as well as Christopher Noel, who I was talking about, who I had on the show here last year. He wrote the book called Homegrown Monsters. And it could be that they're not sure. They don't know if they're coming from another planet. They don't know if they're coming from another dimension. They don't know if they're already here. They don't know if they've been living under the ocean the whole time. They probably don't have any answers. Because when you really think about it, how could they? And that's one of the things that's probably holding this whole story back. I mean, in addition to the reverse engineering aspects to this, I'm sure that's going on. I'm sure they're trying to figure these things out before other countries figure it out, right? That's what's going on. That's the game. There's a Cold War going on, as we've heard. That kind of statement was made in that documentary from Dan Farah, Age of Disclosure, that there's some sort of a secret Cold War going on.
Get the magazines.
Countries like China, Russia, the United States trying to figure out how these things tick before their adversaries figure it out. That's another reason to keep this secret. But beyond that, right? There's probably concerns about what are we going to tell them. I mean, we actually hear from people like Lino Elizondo stating things like, well, there's a lot of people in the Pentagon who think that these things are demons from hell. So there's some people actually who are believing that they're demons from hell. That's because it's probably really hard to prove what these things are. Some people are going to believe it's demons from hell. Some people are going to believe that they're from another dimension. Some people are going to believe that they've been here the whole time living under the ocean or something. And then some people like me are going to say, I think they're extraterrestrial, which I think they probably are, but I can't prove that, and it could turn out that I'm wrong about that. So, I think, all these mainstream news outlets like CBS, and to have that news program, very famous show now, 48 Hours, it's been on for decades, very popular news program that they have. If they're talking about having Mick West on there to debate something about UFOs, if they were to bring
Okay, we're
someone
gonna
like
put
me
pause
on,
here.
right, or Scott Roeder for the
Rose, how are you, my sister? Okay, so guys, today we're gonna talk something different, okay? We're gonna talk about Jesus. But we're gonna ask, where did Jesus die? And the question is, did Jesus Christ die in Kashmir? That's the question, okay? We're gonna try to answer it. I like this word, Kashmir. I like the word Kashmir. It's quite nice, isn't it, guys? Bless you, Rose. I'm glad your internet is back and working good. Awesome, sister. Okay, so this view here is the view of the Muslims, okay? Apparently. So let's entertain this idea and then we'll discuss, okay? But please, if you have your suggestions, please leave them. Look at the tractor there. Beautiful frills.
Out in the frost where the engines hum, brother Fritz, my man, you're never done. Hands on the wheel, breathe life.
Did Christ die in Kashmir? Question mark. By Leslie Murphy. Hidden at the end of the pathway, muddy pathway, on the old part of Srinagar, there's an old tomb that many Muslims believe to contain the mortal, how can I say this? The rest of his body, okay? Of Christ. The belief is that Jesus Christ, veneered by Muslims like a big prophet, did not die on the cross, but yes, he ran away from Palestine to Kashmir, where he lived and preached until he died at 120 years old. That thesis has been debated in the last 80 years. It is disseminated mainly by the evangelic cult Ahmadiyya in Iran that organized an international conference in London to discuss and try once again to prove. Some intellectuals of Srinagar affirm that there is circumstantial evidence reasonably convincing that Jesus Christ passed at least part of his life in India, Kashmir, and Tibet. Others are in favor of opening the tomb of Srinagar, known as Rosabal, on the locality of Kaniyar, the old city, the old super uh, over overloaded city, old city, with the ends of comparing its containing with the impression of the famous tunic of Turin. Okay, so they want to compare the they want to compare the tunic of Turin with the mortal rests. Okay, this is the tomb they're talking about, okay? And they ask the question, is it this tomb? Who knows, guys, but some people say he went to Ethiopia. Uh, you know, uh, Jewish say they stayed. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, guys. Yeah, Rose. As we are gonna find out, a lot of different churches say different things apparently. But let's just keep our minds open. Yuko. I'm reading this just like it's my first time. Okay. The tomb at Srinagar has a plate with nothing written on it, with the surface wasted by time that made disappear any inscription. It doesn't give any evidence about who is buried there. However, an old inscription purse on a wood plate. Look at this, guys. Look at the evidences we're talking when we talk about Jesus and religion and all that stuff. You have a tunic, the Turin tunic. They say he wore it, and now they're trying to see if this is the rest of the body. However, an old inscription on a purse inscription on a plate of wood over the tomb affirms that this is the place of resting of the eternal of Yusasaf, identified on the manuscripts classic of the religion as being the same person that Prophet Isa or Jesus Christ. Okay? So remember, Yusasaf could be a word that it could be like sanctified or something like that. So many people or saints, they could have called them that. So it could not be Jesus, but it could as well. Okay, so that's what they say. The theory of the burial of Jesus Christ in Kashmir was formulated firstly by the founder of the movement, Ahmadiyya, Mirza Ghulam Ahmad. Look, you said something about Ghulam, didn't you, sister? The Golgotha. Oh no, this is Ghulam. It's not the same. The founding of the movement Ahmadiyya on a book with the title Jesus in India, edited in 1899. Ahmad affirms that Jesus Christ did not die on the cross. He ran away and traveled. Remember, guys, if you're thinking about the times that Egypt was hunting them, many people were hunting Jesus Christ, mainly the Romans, right? Um, it is a good theory that he ran away, guys. Remember that he ran away through he crossed the sea, remember? And I think he crossed the sea to go west, am I right? But he could have gone east, okay? So some people are gonna want to prefer one thing, some are gonna want to prefer something, okay? Depending on the religion. If it's Muslims, it's gonna be east. If it's the west, he traveled west, okay? It says that he ran and traveled to India with his mother, Mair, which is Mother Mary, I suppose, looking for the 10 tribes lost of Israel, okay? So, guys, this is someone, a Muslim, that is telling this story, okay? You get me, guys? This is a Muslim talking about writing the book. Looking for the 10 lost tribes of Israel. It says on the Christian scriptures, as in the Muslim scriptures, the medical texts and historical or ancient historical and old registry of Buddhists on a try to demonstrate that Jesus Christ traveled through Persia, Afghanistan, Sindh, Punjab, Kashmir, and Tibet. This book talks about similarities, amazing similarities between the Buddhist teachings and Christian and the life of Jesus Christ and the Buddha that lived 5 centuries before him, okay? So the Buddha lived 5 centuries. No, wait. Let me write this again. On this book that they called Jesus in India, the founder Ahmad he says he did not die on the cross. He ran and traveled to India with his mother Mair, looking for the 10 lost tribes of Israel. It cites on old Christian scriptures as well as Muslim medical texts and old historical and old registry from the Buddhists on a try to demonstrate that Jesus did travel through Persia, Afghanistan, Sindh, Punjab, Kashmir, and Tibet. Similarities between the teachings of the Buddhists and Christians and the life of Jesus Christ and of Buddha. So the Buddha lived 5 centuries or is it the opposite? I cannot understand the Portuguese. The Ahmadiyas have since then posted literature about the theme and being able to have some support outside the movement for their theory, which is amazing. The most comprehensive works about the theme is the writer Andreas Faber Kaiser, which book is called Jesus Died in Kashmir. It defends detailedly the truth about the theory. Professor Mohammad Yazin, director of the History Department of the University of Kashmir, a Muslim, but also a vigorous adversary of the cult Ahmadiyya, concluded after a study about the theme that took 3 years, in which Jesus Christ was certainly buried in Kashmir. So in Kashmir, they're quite sure. Dale, good to see you, my brother. Good morning. How are you?
They called him Bigfoot in town. He waved one slow, soft hand like, come on.
Good morning, my brother. Please connect everybody with my brother Dale. How are you doing? Is it still snowing in England, brother? Sorry. It's quite cold here. Yep, I have the fireplace rolling, look. But I'm still a bit cold in my hands. So supposedly the Buddha lived before Christ 5 centuries. So 500 years before. I think Jesus was first and then was the Buddha, but I'm not sure, okay? Professor Yazid. No worries, my brother. You're part of the UFO family, brother. Just look to the sky at night to see if you see some weird lights. Mainly if you can't smoke inside, you have to go outside. So there is a cult of the Ahmadiyya in Kashmir. So you can see that Christianism is Muslim, Kashmirism, and the Ahmadi cult, Ahmadiyyas. It has been divided. The church has been divided. The religions, okay? So it's not only politics. In religion, they also like to divide themselves, okay? Professor Yassin insists on a careful investigation, scientific, on the crypt on Rosabal in Kashmir. The study says that it should involve the government of Kashmir, Christian representatives, and Muslims, and the adequate scientists to establish the date of the tomb and test the mortal rests that contains. Jesus Christ is in the sky, is in heaven, without the least doubt, but spiritually his mortal rests are therefore buried in Srinagar in Kashmir. The theses of the Ahmadiyyas have been attacked violently by Christianity since the death of Jesus Christ on the cross and his resurrection having been one of their main beliefs. Meanwhile, Muslims were also outraged by the Ahmadiyyas, mainly with the affirmation that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, from which was the Mahdi or promised Messiah. The cult was declared non-Islamic in Pakistan after big communal disorder that happened in the country 4 years ago. So this is 78, so in 74, okay? Its big discovery was buried under this religious mortal rest beings which are not confirmed, okay? Observe Dr. Yazin. The green and white structure over the tomb in Rosabal dates clearly that it's much less than 1,900 years. Okay? It was constructed on the Islamic style with a geometric work in wood and worked. It was worked and with a worked floor as well. Dr. Yazin notes that even the tomb is without a doubt much more older. As well, it's it's much bigger than the usual tombs. Okay, so it's unusually big. Near there is a big stone with two footprints that the guardians of the tomb affirm that they are Yusuf. Yusuf is Jesus Christ. Wow, is it snowing in Hawaii? My gosh, I don't believe that, Roger. Wow, Rose. Hawaii, oh my gosh. The world is going really crazy. The tomb is surrounded by old houses, and nearby there are mosques and Muslim sanctuaries that date various centuries. It is taken care and protected by Orthodox Muslims, not by the Ahmadiyas and the Muslim inhabitants of the area. So it is taken care by Orthodox Muslims and not by the Ahmadiyas, nor the Muslim inhabitants of the area touch on the building as a reference when they pass nearby. Its guard is contained on a decree dating at 1766 of 5 Mufti judges of Srinagar that oh my gosh, dating 1766 of 5 judges of Srinagar that confirm that it is the sanctuary of the Prophet Yusuf. The government of Kashmir revealed once the interest in turning the tomb into an attraction touristic, but it gave up later on the idea, and the local is now not very much visited. So this is the route. They say, yeah, Roger, believe in Rose because Rose is a meteorologist, okay? So this is the pathway, okay, that they went, Jesus went. He started in Jerusalem, then he went up to Nuzayban, above Iraq, then Kasham, above Iran. He passed Afghanistan and he stayed, and then he went to Tibet. And still went to India as well. Okay, that's the way. Seb, what's up, my brother? Good to see you. We can Okay, wait a second, my friends. Mãe, quer alguma coisa? Quer aguinha? Quer beber iogurte? Love you, my brother Hidden. Hidden Underbelly had a show last night. Please check him out. Awesome show, my brother Hidden. The truth is never hidden. Love you, brother. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm doing good, my brother. How are you? Sebastian, I'm finishing the froth of my milk. Mari, muda aí o canal. Aliás, não queres ver televisão? Okay, so temperatures are gonna go down, guys. I wanted to see a little bit more about what they talked yesterday, but yeah, they're not gonna talk about here. Okay, so they're talking about Venezuela over there. Mas olha, mete o rock primeiro, linda. Está ali o rock. The professor defends the theory, very contested, that the lost tribes of Israel fixated themselves between Afghanistan and Kashmir. In Kashmir. Many of the people that habit this region possess characteristics, very Judaish characteristics, and old Hebraic tombs have been found in all of Kashmir, also supporting the thesis that Moses is buried in Kashmir is Maria on the mountain center of Muri, known originally as Mari, in Pakistan close by, and includes on his book photos of the pretentious tombs. There are concrete evidence of a comparison of names of locals and physical descriptions that Kashmir and not Palestine was the promised land on the Old Testament, proceeds Dr. Yassin. Cheguei aí o carro. Já acabou a bateria. Já acabou a bateria. Parece muito leve, hein? Não está a dar bem. Deixa-me tentar aí. Just wait a second, my friend. Sorry. Vá. Eu acho que ou não tem pilhas ou já acabou. This music is from my brother Nick. Descarregá-la ainda. Vamos? Brinca com outra coisa. Diretor.
Adventures reaching 1K friendships. Yeah, we sailing high. Plowing the way to a treasure, searching in the starry sky. UFO phenomenon, we see
Mari, fecha essa porta. Eu não quero que vais para o quarto. Está linda.
oh so wise. Join us on this epic battle. Bad minds and wrongdoers we defy. Chilling by the beach, vibe so sweet. We feeling irie. Johnny the captain leading us on this mystical journey. Reggae rhythm in our hearts. We sing with
Unity.
spreading love and harmony. Embracing diversity. Come on, come join the rest, jam this way. Together we'll conquer the embracing diversity. We won't be led astray.
Okay, guys, we're almost finishing, okay? Jazzle, what's up, my sister? Good morning. Okay, we're almost finishing, guys. I know this is a little bit of a heavy story, okay? It compares the Bethpor, the biblical Bethpor, with Bandipur. Before Bethatpur in Kashmir, and Mount Nebo with Baal Nebo or Mount Nabu, where there is a big valley where there's a beautiful panorama about on the valley of Kashmir. Other writers connecting Jesus with Kashmir affirm that there is abundant proof on the old evangelics and other writings of the time that attest that Jesus did not die on the cross. He was on the cross only for 3 to 6 hours. Meanwhile, the death by crucifixion lasts usually 3 days or longer, they argue. He was not buried when taken out from the cross, but he was put on a sepulchrum, a big sepulchrum, and aired where doctors could heal his wounds. After several meetings, secret meetings with his followers, Jesus Christ left with Maria and Thomas to the Orient. Which was a pathway very utilized by the people. Thomas followed to the south of India, where he died preaching the evangelic, and Jesus Christ and Maria went to the north. Faber-Kaiser writes that Jesus Christ could have also been in Kashmir and on Tibet during the period of his life on the year 13 to 29 that the Bible does not narrate in detail. Indica Isa, Yusa, Yusa, Yusu, Use, and Yusa as some of the variants of the name of Jesus. Various localities in Kashmir were baptized with the name of Moses, and the highest point of Srinagar is known as Tat-i-Sulaiman, or the Throne of Solomon. Donna, my sister! Thank you, Donna. Much love. Good morning, my sister. We're almost finishing the story. The old Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, he himself, natural of Kashmir, wrote on his book, A Little Sight of History of the World. He wrote, in all of Central Asia, in Kashmir and Ladakh, in Tibet, and even a bit further north, exists still the firm belief that Jesus or Isa followed the paths of these regions, and nothing exists that contests as improbable theses. The commentary of a tourist written on the book of the visitors of the tomb of Rosabal thinks, however, to resume the Occidental skepticism went to the theory. It said, he wrote, interesting but doubtful. So everybody's gonna believe what their local history tells them, okay, my friends? So this was the story, guys. There is still a little bit story here about something else. Let me just check. Oh, this is an interesting, guys. This is gonna be the next story we're gonna do. Not today. It's gonna be about Stonehenge. And it's not big story, guys. It's one page. 2 pages. Okay, guys? We still have the disappearances. Jeez, there's a lot of them. So yeah, guys, you have to understand that these magazines, the UFO magazines, they're always are gonna have a little bit of they're gonna have a little bit of religion. Why, guys? Because religion is kind of the biggest story of them all, you know? If not the second biggest story or the third, you know, but it's the top 5 for sure. So guys, if you have anything you want to discuss or you want to tell anything about the story, just let me know. Let me just check if my brother Jim is live already, okay? About the bravery about a brother, Johnny Small. Destination. About the bravery about a brother.
Johnny Small, Pepper's best spice to destination. Hot and spicy
Reggae song. The bravery about a brother.
Johnny Small, Pepper's best spice to destination.
Hot and spicy.
Reggae song about the bravery of our brother. Johnny Small, Pepper's best spice to destination.
Destination.
Hot and spicy reggae song about the bravery of our brother.
Johnny Small Peppers.
Best spice to destination.
Ba-da-dam, ba-da-dam, ba-dam.
Hot and spicy reggae song about the bravery of our brother.
So today the story, the the title of my live is gonna be. It's not gonna be a UFO and a coffee. It's gonna be a Bible and a coffee. So guys, I did enjoy it, guys. I have to admit, I haven't heard about this idea before. We kind of know that, you know, the people from the East are not gonna say the bravery about a brother, Johnny Small. Destination.
Johnny Small, Pepper's best spice to destination. Hot and spicy reggae song about the bravery of our brother. Johnny Small, Pepper's best spice to destination.
Robin, Sandra. Good morning, my sisters. How are you? Big blessings. Hope you're having a good morning. Preparing your coffee.
Johnny Small, Pepper's best spice to destination. Hot and spicy reggae song about the bravery of our brother. Johnny Small.
Oh my God, they found out that a Brazilian woman, she was the ex-girlfriend of an old keeper of Flamengo. He was condemned by the murder, but he always said that he was innocent. The passport doesn't have a date of exit of Portugal. Is a new lead on the mystery. So the body was never found, and he was still sentenced in Brazil, guys. So guys, in Brazil, they don't play, guys. In Europe, I don't think people would be... They found her passport, guys. Oh, this is an interesting case. It was inside a book on a bookshelf, guys. Her passport. So whoever hid it, the passport. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I think I've seen that goalkeeper before. Oh my god, okay, let's change this. So I don't know if you know, guys, but yesterday there were some big shootings in Venezuela near the palace, and apparently they were shooting drones. You know the small drones? So it was either civilians provoking or something fishy was happening, guys. Metals, gold in Venezuela. Gold is going up. Taiwan is condemned and Ukraine is gonna be abandoned by Trump, okay? Music, what's up? Carlos, good morning, my brother. Everybody's satisfied, okay? Russia is gonna keep Ukraine or part of it. Europe is gonna do what it can to stop the aggression, you know? But, you know, it's gonna end up to the Europeans to throw people to go to war. And the poor Ukrainians, of course. Taiwan is condemned, so you can start thinking that Trump is gonna abandon Taiwan. And we're just talking about the surface because there is Greenland that Trump also wants, and it's from the Danish. And I don't know if you know that the Nordics, they have treaties with each other, guys. Okay, and so let's see what is gonna happen. Oh, it says it's gonna snow here, but not yet. Some places. Nina. No more. So apparently, guys, there is a music that my wife really enjoys from two Brazilians, which a couple, and apparently it's made by AI. They had the voice of one and the voice of the other, and so they created the music with AI, and it's gone viral, guys. My wife is always listening to it. I told her, please. But when you listen to it, it doesn't look like it's AI, guys. It's weird. But it's interesting, guys. Okay, let's put some more wood or not. I don't think I need it. Because I think I just put a big one, unless it's already burned. This may fit here, actually. I'm gonna try. Thank you for connecting, my friends.
Underneath the same old moon, blessings come
the way we roll. Super Dave, my brother.
Blessings come and blessings go. Super Dave, we always glow. Good times roll and love does flow. Brotherhood's the way we grow. Other nights we gather round. Super days where joy is found. Karaoke loud and clear. Voices raised with zero fear. Fishing out on open lakes. Big bass dreams we aim to take. Lights cast out, we feel the thrill. Brother SD knows the drill. Blessings come and blessings go. With Super Dave, we always glow. Good times roll and love does flow. Brotherhood's the way we grow. Songs of laughter fill the air. At his joint we leave our care. Every note a memory. Harmonizing wild and free. In the boat or on the stage. Dave's the poet, turns the page. Every catch and every tune. Underneath the same old mood. Blessings come and blessings go. With Super Dave, we always glow. Good times roll and love does flow. Brotherhood's the way we grow. Blessings come and blessings go. With Super Dave, we always glow. Good times roll and love does flow. Brotherhood's the way we grow. Songs of laughter fill the air. At his joint we leave our care. Every note a memory. Harmonizing wild and free. In the boat or on the stage. Dave's the poet, turns the page. Every catch and every tune. Underneath the same old mood. Other nights we gather round. Super days where joy is found. Karaoke loud and clear. Voices raised with zero fear.
Sangeeta, my sister. East Coast, my brother.
Hopes and bunkers ain't wondering hardly been. John, be sure to put it in your eyes. Running for cover.
Escape.
Late night up on strange vision. Start in our town. John make the round now. Skeptics hide, but truth resides. Alien
Okay, it's almost lunchtime here.
to your right hand. Open lights in the night so clear. Dreams of reality.
Oh, it's gonna burn good now, guys. Okay, let's watch my brother. Wait, my wife called. Wait a second. Então, linda. Tá. Tá, meteste uma lenha aí, isto reacendeu? Ótimo. Nós vamos comer daqui a um bocadinho. E horas é que sais? Bat, my sister, what's up? Good to see you, my sister. Send a big hug to Wally, my brother. Okay, so guys, this is my brother Nick. He just posted a video, okay? I'm gonna show a little bit. I'm not gonna show all of it. I want you to go there, okay? He's an alien addict, okay? Okay.
As a researcher into UFOs,
Alien addict, okay, my friends? Please go there and show some love, okay?
going all the way back to the beginning of ufology, and especially a topic I've been researching for the past 18 years, and that's Nazi flying saucers. I do my best to obtain as much publications on this conspiracy. Now, these materials that I've been collecting all over the world for many, many years.
My brother.
This has come at a hefty price. The internet was only getting me so far in terms of finding the truth on this subject, and this is the reason why I bought the old publications that dates back to the 1930s, 40s, for the past 90 years on this subject. Ideally, what I wanted to find was where these stories originated from, the true beginning of the story. And by doing that, I think I more or less got the puzzle pieces together, but it's still not complete. Now, before we get into today's topic, if you're new to Alien Addict, could you be so kind and like, subscribe for further updates of live streams and even weekly uploads, looking into the history of ufology, but the old school way. And if you are new to Nazi flying saucers, you've come to the right place, because I've done so many videos on this topic. I've got a playlist right here. I've done 9 parts, I think actually 10 parts at this point, in regards of this topic, going through the timeline where the story really began, and we're going all the way back to the 1930s to basically where we are now. And what I've been doing on my live streams is to go through decades.
Sangeeta, if you have anybody who has seen anything, please ask them some details, you know. Where, when, how. how long it lasts, some details on the craft, if they felt anything.
As well as Noel's Christine Christinason. And we go through publications from the 50s,
Okay,
60s,
important details.
70s, the 80s, and even the 90s on this topic.
Demi, good morning, my sister.
Like I said, I've put the puzzle pieces together, so I urge you to go all the way back to part 1.
Is it very snowy over there?
See the true origins.
Actually, let me see if my sister Shaz. Please check him out, okay, my friends? Alien Addict.
Flying saucers during the Second World War. And to be honest with you, there's hardly any evidence whatsoever. There's just claims. And these claims that came forward in the 1950s.
Okay, my friends, let's see what we have here. I do have a video I want to show you. My brother's space weather.
Eu precisava de uma solução que tornasse os pagamentos mais simples e acessíveis. Ouvi dizer que a Teia não tem taxas escondidas, nem período de fidelização.
Okay, sister. But if you meet someone and they tell you something, please let me know, okay?
Good morning, folks. Welcome.
Oh, bless, Demi.
We've got just 2 science articles to hit, one on nova events and another on the history of Earth's magnetic field.
We're gonna close this off as well very soon, guys, because I need to get some lunch for me and my kid. My kid is still sick here at home, but she's getting better. Já estás melhor, não estás, linda?
That's where the action is. No major flares or eruptions yet, but the activity is significant. Filaments are twisting, and the sunspots are growing. While the previous set of active regions departs to the right, this new one looks to have size and growth potential as it swings in to face the Earth here in the next few days. We are staying with space weather monitoring for a moment here at Soho, but it's an aesthetic one. Venus and Mars aligning with the Sun and each other from the Earth's perspective. Up first in the science articles today, we're looking at the rewrite of atomic interactions in nova chemistry, finding an easier conversion through the rapid proton capture process. This is a tiny bend in a brand new twig, scaled up to a full nova event, and we're going to find quite a bent tree in terms of how they thought they understood this whole thing played out. Top science news is this: an excellent look at paleo intensity measurements from low latitude areas and the discovery that there were seemingly random, short-lived periods of super high field strength at low latitudes. This represents the ever-changing magnetic field of our planet, not just in the overall strength of the field, but where those power nodes are, the locations of the magnetic poles, which we're experiencing the movement of right now here on Earth. So they still don't know nova and those ancient high field marks at the equator or when the magnetic poles were shifting. That's a fun day for an observer I told you so twofer. I am very optimistic that we're going to be able to go live tonight. The exact time and the link to the show will be found on the only Twitter page I have left, @SunWeatherman. We greatly appreciate your support. We'll do this all again tomorrow, right here, right now at 6 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open, no fear. Be safe, everyone.
Olá, sou o Pedro. Quer
saber quanto vale o seu carro? Vá a compramos-o-seu-carro.pt. Introduza os dados do seu carro e receba rapidamente o preço de venda. Simples. Depois, venda-o numa das nossas sucursais. O meu conselho, obtenha já o preço de venda em compramos-o-seu-carro.pt.
Ayurveda and yoga are ancient sacred sciences that help us access the wisdom that's inside of us.
Look at these ads, guys. I think that happened to Nick as well. Let me see if my brother Jim is live.
Oh, it's so cold.
Okay, let's check my sister Shaz a little bit. We love her very much.
Brambles.
Oh, it's burning good.
Farm smelling ripe.
Oh, beautiful.
Sheds. There's the ladies. A bit of milk in.
Okay, so I'm warming the soup now, and then I'll warm the rest of the food.
I was alright with it. There's like 2 fences and gates between.
Mário, vamos comer a batatinha de ontem.
They're doing a lot of
Tá bem.
farm. There's huge new cattle sheds up. They've been refurbing what used to be this old.
Thank you very much for stopping by, everybody. John P. loves you very much. Hope the year is going well for you, my friends.
So I wonder if they're extending the house. Maybe, you know. I would. You built that barn, you flash good. You'll flash it.
Big blessings for everybody. I wanted to send a special hug to my sister, Mama Bear Claw.
I hate walking this way.
Rapid recoveries, my sister.
The end. The barn. See the cornerstones?
What is this?
Where are we at? You can see the cornerstones, look. So that used to be, you have this barn.
Oh, bless. I hope you have a wonderful day, Mina.
Mrs. Gigi,
Are you gonna
yes,
do some
you know that.
exercise? Please do some exercise.
Here's our croquet.
Yesterday I had 2 patients at night.
Ooh, you're on the hayloft, get you.
I had 2
Oh,
patients,
it's
so
been
it
your
went
caravan
good.
that's been there for like
Was a
25
bit
years.
tiring, but I do
Is it
not mind. It's once in a while.
Anyone goes in it still?
There are some nice friends.
Matty, how you did? Matty, how much snow have you got? I'd be well jealous of you going out on the Brit F. You don't.
Ah,
Brother
that's my brother Frills.
is up towards it. It says it's the
Your fight is
proper
never
winter that
done.
is.
Da-da-down, da-da-down, da-da-down. Through the rain.
See, that's getting used to path now. There's a band. See, that's getting used to path now. Now. But it's lethal. Oops, sorry. Gavin, how you doing?
Okay.
Ooh, my eyes.
I'm gonna have to use the phone, my friends. Wait a second.
Ooh, my poor. So, I'll ask you that. I was talking to Jamie about it this morning. I want to rename Cheap Sheep's channel.
Oh, I thought you were live, Mina. No.
Hopefully, I better see him. everywhere is just covered in icicles.
I wanted to show you my brother Wally's trains, guys.
Renamed Shoot Shoot's channel, but I don't know what to name it.
Look at that. Ah, I just remembered something. I'm gonna do it. Johnny! Mwah, my brother. Tô, Fernando. Johnny, love you, my brother. Sorry, it was some work I had here. How you been, Johnny? How was the celebrations? New Year, Christmas. I hope everything went well, my brother. Oh, that was the fire. Did you hear that? Oh, that was interesting. Look, big earthquake in Japan tonight, guys. Again. No tsunami alert. Near a city. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I just need to send a message quickly. Ah! I'm not even gonna talk about that. Um, Everybody, please connect with each other. Thank you very much for stopping. Oh, I need to check the soup. Oh my gosh. Mãe, pãozinho? Tá, Lene. Vamos comer, mãe. Okay, my friends, this was my brother Wally. His trains. Look at how beautiful.
Hopefully,
Sorry. Oh my god, the soup I'm gonna eat doesn't
Menards,
smell very good.
O'Skill, Santa Fe Blue Bonnets, set A and A, Menards Blue Bonnet Boxcar. Hopefully they'll come out with more blue bonnets. Lionel's Santa Fe, blue and yellow, Crane, yellow, Lionel car, L&N, Lionel flat car, Spotlight car, Santa Fe, Lionel, and Lionel's blue and yellow lit caboose.
Yeah.
The air brake test was good, so let's get ready to move. Roger that. We are ready to roll. Then let's go. Dispatcher, 9143 East is ready to proceed. 9143 East, confirm you're ready. Aligning switches to track 1. Have a good trip.
Boop, boop.
Dispatch, I see the signal has gone from red to green. We are moving. Check, the signal is green.
Menards, O'Skill, Santa Fe Blue Bonnets, set A and A, Menards Blue Bonnet Boxcar. Hopefully they'll come out with more blue bonnets. Lionel's Santa Fe, blue and yellow, Crane, yellow, Lionel car, L&N, Lionel flat car, Spotlight car, Santa Fe, Lionel, and Lionel's blue and yellow lit caboose.
The air brake test was good, so let's get ready to move. Roger that. We are ready to roll. Then let's go. Dispatcher, 9143 East is ready to proceed. 9143 East, confirm you're ready. Aligning switches to track 1. Have a good trip. Dispatch, I see the signal has gone from red to green. We are moving. Check, the signal is green.
Menards, O'Skill, Santa Fe Blue Bonnets. Okay, let's try now.
My brother Carlos.
visual. Please,
Oh, bless my sister Donna. Full throttle, full throttle. Good morning, my brother.
okay, let's try now. visual. Please, there I have the violins.
não vejo países. There I have the violence. Okay, let's try now. Eu não vejo países. There I have the violence. Okay, let's try now.
Thank you for connecting, everybody.
Países. There I have the violence. Okay, let's try now.
Okay, my brother Carlos. This is my brother Wally as well.
Rose Hill, Santa Fe Blue Bonnets.
Johnny, how's the weather over there? Is it snowing?
A. Menards Blue Bonnet Boxcar. Hopefully they'll come out with more blue bonnets. Lionel's Santa Fe, blue and yellow. Crane, yellow. Lionel car. L&N, Lionel flat car. Spotlight car, Santa Fe, Lionel, and Lionel's blue and yellow lit caboose.
Love that, Wally.
The air brake test was good, so let's get ready to move. Roger that. We are ready to roll. Then let's go. Dispatcher, 9143 East is ready to proceed. 9143 East, confirm you're ready. Aligning switches to track 1. Have a good trip.
I'm going to talk about it because he's finally, after years of being in denial, he's admitted the last few months that he's an alcoholic. He's been drinking since the age of 14. And day after New Year's Day, he woke up violently sick, and it was blood. Just basically blood. It wasn't sick, it was just blood. And so he went to the hospital, got an ambulance to the hospital. In the waiting room, got tired of waiting, so he took himself home by a taxi. And then the next day, it was happening again, but more of it. And so he got another ambulance to the hospital. I went to see him in the back of an ambulance because there wasn't enough beds. And he was all right. He was talking. He was just tired. He was on this IV drip. And then the next day, I went to see him, and they put him in a self-induced coma. So he's been in a coma for the last 3 days.
God.
And they've been doing lots of things on him. Then the next day, I went to see him, and they put him in a self-induced coma. So he's been in a coma for the last 3 days, and they've been doing lots of things on him.
Exams.
Through internal bleeding. They did an operation, stopped one bleed, but they're concerned that there was another bleed somewhere because his blood pressure kept on dropping. So I've been doing a lot of praying recently for Brad, and I've been seeing him for the last 3 days, trying to talk to him, hoping that he can hear me.
Oh my God.
And, like I say, he's been drinking to the age of 14. He's now 48 years old. So
Heavy drinker.
I'm making this video because if you could pray for my brother, it would be amazing. He's gone through so much, especially the last couple of years, with like divorce and not being able to see his kids and things like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the good news is, and which I feel like maybe praying's had something to do with it, I hope. Or I hope that it's just, the amazing nurses and doctors whatever it is, I'm just prepared to try anything. So if you can pray for my brother to get him back on track, it'd be amazing. The good news is, it seems like from tests, there's like his blood pressure is going up, and it doesn't seem like there's any more internal bleeding, which is really good. So I'm going to
Bless,
go and see him
brother.
now. But yeah, maybe it's a concoction of magical nurses, magical doctors, technology, and praying it's got him this far. I just want him to heal, be out of this coma, and fingers crossed that he's okay after it. So yeah, this is why I thought I'd give you an update, like asking you to pray
Prayers
for
for
my
my
brother, and to let you know
brother,
that,
Casper's
by the rest of the
brother,
day, a couple of
okay?
videos, and, I wanted Saturday's video to get back on the horse and start uploading regularly, but it just seems like another beat down here. So I'm sorry it's bad news, but I'm being positive. Yesterday's news about his blood pressure slowly, creeping up, and there doesn't seem to be any more internal bleeding. He might have to be
Guys,
transferred
I also want
somewhere
to
else
ask you for some prayers
operation.
for my my uncle from London. She's 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 actually also a drinker, but she's not like Brad, like Casper's brother. He seems to be like very, you know, he seems to be alcoholic, and I'm not gonna say that my aunt was not, but she only drank like very soft Italian wine. So I do not see wine the same as heavy drinks, okay? Because wine is quite weak. But it is true that wine can be as powerful as anything else. Either way, a big prayer for my aunt. She's nothing to do with alcoholic, guys. She just likes some wine. She just drinks wine instead of drinking any other drink. But she doesn't look drunk ever when I was with her. So it has nothing to do with that, okay? She's like me, a cigarette smoker, and I do know that those two things together, they're not good. They're not good. They're not good separate, so they're not good together. So, a big prayer for my aunt, guys. She had a aortic rupture with a stroke when she was on surgery. So, a big prayer for her, my friends. Thank you again for joining us. So, my friends, hope to see you soon. Thank you again for joining us. John P. loves you. Connected. Thank you very much, my friends.